Are you tired of toxic assholes ruining your fantasy football experience? Consider joining us at the Worthless Fantasy Federation. We run multiple different kinds of leagues. We have a 32-team NFL simulation style fantasy league. That's what most of our content is based around. You know, you can see the podcast episodes on the channel here that directly correlate to that league, but we also have a salary cap league where we have custom rules designed around a salary cap simulation. We have a 16-team Dynasty Superflex league. We have multiple best ball leagues. Next year, we'll be introducing another 32-team NFL simulation style league, a 16-team Dynasty IDP league, and another salary cap simulation league using IDP, and much more to come in 2025 and beyond. I pride myself in, building this community free of toxicity and the stuff that normally comes along with a fantasy football, free leagues that you find on Reddit or wherever. No toxic assholes here. We're just a group of people trying to have fun. Everybody's welcome. I don't care what walk of life you're from. You're welcome here. And I will do my best to help you have fun in fantasy football again. We are very active. I'm always available to help. If you're new to fantasy football, I have no issue helping you learn and get better. We have free leagues, we have paid leagues, we're expanding all the time and starting new leagues every year. So if you're looking for something different in fantasy football, something less toxic, something a little more serious, or if you're just looking to learn and you want a place to feel accepted and to make friends, consider joining the Worthless Fantasy Federation. Link to our Discord is in the description. Or if you wanted to just reach out and ask some questions, you can, comment here on YouTube. I will answer. You can reach out on Discord. Just join up in the Discord and DM me. I am WorthlessWatkins. I really hope you give us a shot. Thanks. All right, what is up, degenerates? Welcome to the WFF Madden 24 Simulation League. I don't know how well this is going to work, but we're all going to find out together. So in this first episode here, I'm just going to take you around the league and show you everybody's lineup and what it looks like. I did my best to get everybody with how it needs to be. Everybody has all of their major skill position starters, defense and offense, and everybody started with their normal Madden 24 offensive line starters, not necessarily backups. If they had a starting fullback and their kicker and punter from, real life. There might still be some players that aren't on rosters that are there in the WFF if they were undrafted free agents that weren't in Madden 24 or were so low overall that they weren't really there for me to grab. And there could still be a couple of random, low overall players floating around that I used in trade packages to get the picks right. And yes, that is right. To the best of my ability, I also got all of the draft picks correct. So the Texans team has, a massive amount of draft picks. And so, obviously with this simulation, the offensive line is going to be a thing that exists for every team that, they're going to have to draft players for that too. But, it is what it is. We're going to do our best here. So we're going to start with the NFC North and my team, the Chicago Bears. Offense, not bad. Highlighted by 91 overall superstar Amari Cooper. 79 overall Elijah Moore. 85 overall Pittman. 77 speedster Watson. Well, Agnew's actually a star, so I got some killer wide receivers. 82 overall Monty. 77 Khalil Herbert. Got 77 star Justin Fields. Decent offensive line. I don't know why Cole Kmet. All pre-existing injuries and everything were on still, and injuries are on. This should be a full-on simulation. Everybody's on autopilot. I can't turn my team on autopilot, but I'm going to do my best to kind of just do things the auto way. Let's look at defense. Defense a lot better, highlighted by 95 overall superstar X Factor J.R. Alexander, 87 overall Tremaine Edmonds, Brisker, and Petrie. I really should move one of them to free safety, because, yeah, gross. I guess I've got Okuda for that, although he's a cornerback. He's my CB3, actually. Yeah, should maybe move that around. Same with Quay Walker. Should probably move him to outside linebacker, but I don't know that I'm necessarily going to do any of that. I don't know that, that would happen in auto. Going to move over to the Minnesota Vikings now. Decent offensive line. 90 overall TJ Hawkinson. 3 superstar X Factors on offense. 96 overall Cooper Kupp, 94 overall Derrick Henry, and 90 overall Dalvin Cook. Plus 89 overall superstar Taylor. What they're going to do with 2 superstar X Factor and a superstar running back, no idea. Kirk Cousins obviously an issue. But their receivers are good. Running backs are probably the best in the league. Probably just move Henry to fullback. Defense, the Vikings are rocking. Nothing too crazy. 87 overall superstar Danielle Hunter. 85 overall superstar Zadarius Smith. Tomlinson. Harrison Phillips. Some good hidden dev safeties and corners. You got Emmanuel Forbes, Joey Porter, Christian Gonzalez, and that's it. So 3 hidden dev, so at least star, secondary players. Crazy. Couple of holes, obviously, middle linebacker, right outside linebacker, not the greatest, but I mean, they more than make up for it everywhere else. Alright, Green Bay Packers now. As one of the tanking teams, obviously nothing special here. 90 overall superstar David Bakhtiari, but nothing crazy on offense at all. Pretty much just highlighted by Curtis Samuel and star Kareem Hunt. Move over to defense, and it's going to be a little bit better. You got star ends, Rousseau and Karlaftis, Reed, young, couple of young players that aren't, devs traits yet, but can definitely develop, like Jones. That's really about it. But they have a lot of draft picks, It'll be interesting to see how this team rebuilds throughout this simulation. Alright, on to the Detroit Lions, now the last team in the NFC North. Another tanking team, so nothing fancy. One of the better offensive lines in the league, which, what are they going to do with it? Highlighted by superstar 86 overall Penei Sewell. But start tight end, Dawson Knox, Tajay Spears, a hidden dev. Ryan Tannehill, Trey Lance, Desmond Ridder. I like how star Desmond Ridder is the 3rd string quarterback on this team. Move over to defense. A little bit better here as they have superstar safeties, Harrison Smith and Simmons. Some of you might have realized that he traded Simmons in the Prime League not that long ago. The cutoff for me for this was the start of the regular season. So I did not honor any players that got moved or any draft picks that got traded as of the start of the regular season. So the trade between the Packers and the Texans for all those draft picks, I did not do that here. That's why Simmons is still on this team. Also got Stephon Gilmore, 92 overall superstar. Mozzie Smith, hidden dev. Derek Stevenson, hidden dev. Star Charvarius Ward. So their secondary is fucking scary. So it might be hard to score on them in the simulation. But their offense ain't going to do jack shit. Alright, one of the favorites to go all the way this year in the WFF, the Dallas Cowboys. 2 superstar offensive linemen, 99 club, Zach Martin. So 2 superstars on the offensive line. You got a star 83 overall Dalton Schultz at tight end. 2 superstar wide receivers, 90 overall CeeDee Lamb and 87 overall Amon-Ra St. Brown. And a star 84 overall Chris Olave as your wide receiver 3. 88 overall star Tony Pollard and 81 overall star DeAndre Swift as your running backs. And star 80 overall Jared Goff as the quarterback. This is a hell of an offense. Couple of holes, obviously, at left guard, center, and right tackle, but the rest of it is stellar. Move over to their defense. 87 overall superstar Trayvon Diggs. Star linebacker core here with Damone Clark, Leighton Vander Esch, Malcolm Rodriguez. Not to mention, Alex Anzalone. D-tackle and right end, not great. We'll see if the computer is smart enough to sub Armstrong or Houston to right end over Fowler, but we'll see. But still, a lot of stars here. I mean, they even got Wilson here at an 81 overall star. He should be starting over an 82 or even 83 bronze. We'll see if they're smart enough to do that on their own. I didn't look at the NFC North overalls for the teams, but I'll try and start doing them now. You can see there that the Dallas Cowboys are 85 overall offense, 81 overall defense for an 83 overall team. All right, New York Giants now. '77 overall offense, highlighted mostly by superstar X Factor 93 overall Saquon Barkley. At Danny Dimes a quarterback. Actually a trio of star wide receivers and Sterling Shepard, Darius Slayton, and Isaiah Hodgins. Also star Tim Patrick in there too, so 4 star wide receivers. Decent offensive line with a hidden depth center. Move over to defense, which is an 80 overall, slightly better. Highlighted by 94 overall superstar X Factor defensive tackle DeMarcus Lawrence. Kayvon Thibodeau up here. Ojulari, Xavier McKinney, some really good spots, plus Nolan Smith Jr. hidden dev on here. Adoree Jackson. They got some superstars on defense too. Just their linebacker core here is what's lacking. You'll also maybe have noticed by now, I didn't mess with any teams' playbooks or any of that. So they're all running their default playbooks. I thought about going in and changing them all to be what would be best available for their lineup, but that's a lot more work, and I don't care that much, to be completely honest. So I left them all the same. All right, to the Eagles now. A 92 overall offense. There are superstars and X Factors abound here. 98 overall superstar X Factor Tyreek Hill. 88 superstar X Factor Hurts. Kenneth Gainwell is actually a decent starting running back in Madden. 76 overall star dev. You got Hopkins, 93 overall star dev. Quentin Johnston, hidden dev. Superstar 89 overall Dallas Goedert. And then a pair of superstar offensive linemen in Lane Johnson and Jason Kelsey. Both in the 90 overalls. This is a solid offense. Go to defense, which is a 85 overall, making them an 88 overall team. Another just star-studded defense. 90 overall superstar Hassan Reddick, Brad Edwards, hidden dev Will Anderson Jr. Just stars and superstars everywhere. Plus 93 overall superstar X Factor Darius Slay, Graham Hargrave, Jordan Davis, who's a backup defensive tackle as a 79 overall superstar. DJ Gardner-Johnson. This defense is nutty. This is going to be a hard team to beat in a Madden simulation, I feel like. Alright, taking a look at the Washington Commanders now. Not a great offensive line to start with. They do have a hidden dev center, but only a 69 overall. Hidden dev 76 overall Dalton Kincaid, with Luke Musgrave backing him up, who's not that great in Madden right now. Jacoby Brissett, Sam Howell, Zach Wilson at quarterback, nothing special in Madden at least. Sam Howell obviously deserves to be better, but just isn't there yet. pair of star running backs. Williams 82 overall, Elijah Mitchell 81 overall. And a trio, actually 4 star receivers. Juju Smith-Schuster, Bateman, Dotson, and Palmer. All are star and in the high 70s. That's a really good receiving core for these mediocre quarterbacks to throw to. That's a 77 overall offense. The defense, though, an 80 overall. Not much as far as defensive tackles goes. Obviously, you got to hope that the autopilot on the team will fix that. But 85 overall superstar Chase Young highlights this defensive unit. You got Uche, Davis, Jalen Phillips, John Walker, Holland, Cameron Curl, Reed Blankenship, Patrick Queen, plus hidden dev Trenton Simpson, who's very good in Madden, actually. It's a good young defense that should develop super well in Madden. This is going to be one of those teams that might not, at least in the simulation, be super good year 1, but year 2 and 3, this defense is going to be nuts. All right, into the NFC South with the Atlanta Falcons. You got an 87 overall offense here. 3 superstar X Factors, 94 overall Josh Allen, 99 club overall Travis Kelce, and 89 overall Deebo Samuel. Decent offensive line with a hidden dev left guard. Running backs, a pair of stars and a hidden dev a chain. All decent. Your other wide receivers, Gabe Davis, Donovan Peoples-Jones, and Darius Toney. All low 80s, high 70s. Very good receiving core with an elite quarterback. He's going to have a lot of weapons on offense here. It's going to be a kind of scary, high-scoring team, I imagine. Over to their defense, not as strong, but as you can tell, lots of stars. They're all just on the older side, so they're not really going to get any better. But it's still, a good problem to have. Nothing really jumping out at me here. Just kind of an aging but solid defensive unit. So this team could actually be a favorite to go pretty far, but they're gonna have to do something about some of these defensive spots if they want to really compete, at least in this simulation. All right, a team that has probably the best defense in the Prime League. We'll see if it translates over. The Carolina Panthers, 79 overall offense. Nothing crazy that jumps out. Superstar left tackles, superstar T. Higgins. The rest of the wide receivers, leave more to be desired. Pair of star running backs, but neither of them are super great. Jordan Love, Carson Wentz. Greg Dulcich at tight end, not bad. Nothing really to write home about on offense, but on defense. It's only an 80 overall in Madden, which is crazy, but it's young and good. Highlighted by 94 overall superstar X Factor Max Crosby, superstar Brian Burns at outside linebacker. Their linebacker core might be the best in the league with these 3 here. You got Aiden Hutchinson, Baron Browning, Romeo Okwara, AJ Henry. D-tackle leaves something to be desired. Their secondary is pretty good though, with Chin, Hill, L'Jarius Sneed. I'm not sure who C. Smith is and D. Turner are. Hidden devs. They're rookies. Can't think of their names off the top of my head, but, not a bad problem to have, having 2 hidden devs in your secondary. Definitely a couple holes on this defense, but it's still scary with Brian Burns and Max Crosby as your outside linebackers. All right, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. In the league, they might not be anything like, jumping off the page right now, but in Madden, 87 overall superstar Aaron Rodgers, 90 overall superstar X Factor Mike Evans, star Rachaad White, 85 overall Odell Beckham Jr., a stellar offensive line with Tristan Wirfs and Ryan Jensen, hidden dev left guard Cody Mock, Lewin, pronounce his name. Nothing special, but young Cade Otton. It's a pretty decent offense, and it's a 83 overall. With their 84 overall defense, that's just as kind of scary. 91 overall superstar X Factor Levante David, superstar Vita Vea, superstar Shaquille Barrett, plus Don Troy and Shoyinka, Antoine Winfield, Martin Emerson. Their safeties are scary. Their cornerbacks are scary. Rocky Sin and Jamal Dean. This team might be a surprise in this simulation. It could end up being the best team in this division. And we finish out the NFC South with the New Orleans Saints, one of the tanking teams in the league. So probably not going to be anything fancy. They do have an all-star starting offensive line. But an 89 overall Ryan Ramsey. That's pretty good. Star quarterback with Derek Carr, pair of star wide receivers and Tyler Boyd and McCole Hardman. Nothing great at running back here. Zach Ertz, old and bad at tight end. Taysom Hill, I can't believe he's still a star dev, but he's also not going to be good. Their offensive line is great, but there's nothing behind it to worry anybody. 79 overall offense, and somehow their defense is worse at 76 overall, and you can see why. Eric Stokes is good. Debo's okay. Ryan Gregory's probably the only good thing here. Marcus May maybe, but yeah, nothing really to write home about on this defense. No hidden debs on the rookies. A lot of older players that aren't going to get better, they're just going to get worse and need replaced. So work cut out for this team in the simulation. But like I said, I did get all the draft picks right, so this team has a lot of them to try and work something out in the draft. All right, last in the NFC West, starting with the Rams here. Another team that's, not really looking to compete in the league this year, but in Madden, we'll see. Not a great offensive line. They do have a hidden dev left guard. Ingram at tight end, who's, not going to be the best in Madden for much longer. Nothing to write home about at quarterback. 77 overall star, Gibson at running back, and 85 overall star, Kirk at wide receiver. Not bad. But the rest of the offense is pretty trash, and it's only a 77 overall. Defense, though, is an 83 overall with two superstar X Factors, Aaron Donald and Davius White. 99 club Aaron Donald, I should say, and injured, but Jalen Ramsey, superstar X Factor cornerback. So, 3 superstar X Factors on defense. I don't know what the offense is going to be able to do, but the defense should at least be able to keep them in games. Asante Samuel, star dev up here at free safety. Fuller, star dev up here at strong safety. You got Campbell, Hamilton, hidden dev, Kalaja Cansey. Only a 69 overall, though. The linebackers leave something to be desired, but, having Aaron Donald in the off the edge and then Tre'Davious White out there in coverage and Jalen Ramsey out there in coverage, they're going to have 2 superstar X-Factor cornerbacks on this team. It's their defense is going to keep them in games. It's just going to be, can their offense do anything with it? One of the teams with the better offense in the league, Seattle Seahawks. Only an 81 offense here. Geno Smith, not the greatest, but a pair of superstar X-Factor wide receivers in A.J. Brown and DK Metcalf, and a superstar running back in Aaron Jones, plus Kenneth Walker and Travis Etienne, another team with just insane running back core. Decent offensive line, plus 78 overall star dev Noah Fant. Not a bad offense at all. It'll just be, but what do they do with Geno at quarterback? Defense, which was actually a higher overall, 83 overall. Highlighted by superstar X-Factor Demario Davis, 90 overall. Plus superstar Jesse Bates and Jones. Bunch of stars kind of smattered throughout, especially in the secondary. Jamal Adams, Diggs, Rick Woolen. Plus you got superstar defensive tackles down here. Gordon Brooks in the middle, another good place, or a good player at a good position. This team has a pretty good, scary defense. There are some holes, but that's a good defense. And this offense, as long as Geno doesn't, shit the bed in the Madden simulation, they've got the weapons to go. Okay, the San Francisco 49ers, another team that's one of the better teams in the league in Prime League. Let's see if it transfers over. It's an 85 overall team, 87 overall offense here. Star Brock Purdy at quarterback. Damian Pierce at running back. Superstar X Factor Devontae Adams. Stars Jerry Jeudy, Darnell Mooney, Brandon Cooks. A lot of weapons on offense. Plus 96 overall Superstar X Factor George Kittle. Offensive line leaves something to be desired, except for Trent Williams at left tackle. That's gonna, help immensely on their offense, which should be able to put up a lot of points. Defense is an 83 overall, highlighted by 3 Superstar X Factors, and 98 overall Nick Bosa, 96 overall Fred Warner, and 94 overall Von Miller. Von Miller, this is probably going to be his only season at Superstar X Factor if I had to guess, but still not a bad place to start with 3 X Factors. Talanoa Hufanga, 86 overall star. Derek Stingley, 78 overall star. Breece Hall, 79 overall star. Decent secondary. Could use a new free safety and new outside linebackers and defensive tackles. They do have Sweat, 82 overall star. I don't know why he's not starting. That's kind of weird. I would assume that the autopilot will fix that on its own. I guess, yeah, it's probably because maybe he was injured. I don't know. But still, another team that can definitely go with what they've got. And our final team in the NFC, the Arizona Cardinals. Another team that's not really trying to compete this year. And, I mean, you can see why. Offensive line, nothing really to write home about. They do have Paris Johnson. Star Trey McBride over here at tight end. Kyler Murray at quarterback. Hidden Dev Jahmyr Gibbs, 77 overall at running back. 82 overall superstar Deontay Johnson. Hidden Dev Jordan Addison and Josh Downs. Not bad here on offense. It's a 77 overall. There's 77 overalls across the board here. Nothing crazy. We'll see how this team progresses in the simulation. Over on defense, you can tell they've got the rookies, even more hidden devs. Outside linebacker Luca Van Ness. Over here at end and D tackle, you got Isaiah Foskey, Yikazuma, however you pronounce it. Superstar safety, 90 overall Buda Baker, Jalen Thompson. Nothing crazy here, but they do have a lot of young star devs and then the hidden devs that should progress really nicely and make this team a lot better in year 2 and year 3 of the simulation. Alright, moving into the AFC now, starting with the AFC North, you have the Baltimore Ravens. Obviously one of our tanking teams. Not like fully in the tank though, they have some good pieces, and you can see with their 80 overall across the board here, not a bad, start. Bryce Young, hidden dev at quarterback. Not a pair of star running backs, but Gus Edwards, star running back. Star wide receiver, hidden dev wide receiver with Mingo. Star tight end. Decent offensive line. Obviously superstar Stanley at 90 overall is not bad for a left tackle. And over on the defense, I mean, it doesn't get much better in the middle than superstar X Factor 92 overall Roquan Smith. Humphreys over here at 93 overall superstar cornerback. Pair of stars, throughout. Kyle Hamilton at strong safety is a good one. Nothing too fancy, but I actually think this offense might be surprisingly strong. We'll see. The Bengals now, another team that's kind of not necessarily tanking, but is rebuilding, I'll say. 80 overall offense, 84 overall defense, 81 overall team. Nothing too crazy here on offense. Obviously, superstar X Factor 95 overall. Joe Burrow's not a bad one to have at quarterback. James Cook's a star dev, only 75 overall. Wide receivers leave something to be desired. I do have hidden dev Michael Mayer over at tight end and a decent offensive line. Looking at the defense, it's a bit better here. A pair of superstars in the secondary and Micah Hyde and AJ Terrell. A lot of stars in their secondary too. Their secondary is going to be strong. Hidden dev Sanders in the middle. Matt Milano. Joseph Day, Jermaine Johnson. Not bad. Not bad at all. We'll see. Joe Burrow can probably carry this team a lot further than a different quarterback would for sure. All right, the Browns. And obviously what jumps out right away is a pair of superstar X Factors on offense with Nick Chubb 97 overall and Keenan Allen 89 overall. Allen getting a little old is probably going to regress, so not sure how much longer he'll be relevant. And the rest of the wide receiver core is pretty iffy. Star Njoku 85 overall at tight end, good offensive line. Also Miles Sanders is good as the backup and as the fullback. Watson at quarterback. Over on defense, another superstar X Factor 98 overall Myles Garrett off the left end. All stars in the secondary plus hidden dev Deontay Banks. Formoa, White, Jones, pretty good linebacking core. The rest of this here leaves a little bit to be desired, but you know, Myles Garrett plus the secondary is gonna carry. And you can see here, 87 overall offense with the X Factors there, and an 83 defense to make it an 85 overall team. This team is actually kind of scary, and might go a lot further in the Madden simulation than they do in the actual league. And our final team of the AFC North, the Pittsburgh Steelers. 80 overall offense, 85 defense to make an 82 overall team. Nothing, you know, scary jumping off the page on offense. Pickett at quarterback. Ramondre Stevenson at running back might be, you know, he's going to develop really well. Wide receivers are all stars, but old, so they're going to grade. Henry at tight end. Hidden dev left tackle. Defense, yeah. Pair of superstar X Factors in 94 overall, TJ Watt and 91 overall, Casey Hayward. Reese is a hidden dev defensive tackle. Really good middle linebacker core. I mean, superstar 94 overall Minka Fitzpatrick is going to get a lot of picks, I bet. Secondary is not really that strong outside of Minka, but having TJ Watt and Casey Hayward on defense is a good place to be. This team is not going to get scored on much. They just got to hope that this, you know, offense can do something to win games. All right, moving into the AFC East now, we have the Miami Dolphins. An 81 overall team, 81 offense, 83 defense. Nothing too crazy on offense. Offensive line isn't that great. They do have two, not much to speak of at running back. Devontae Smith, though, at wide receiver, 87 overall star. Hidden dev, JSN, 78 overall. And Marvin Mims, hidden dev down there. So their wide receiver core is going to progress really, really good. Just with no real running back to speak of. And not much of an offensive line. Not sure how well Tua is going to be able to carry the team. We'll see. Defense. Nothing crazy jumping out at me. They do have a lot of stars, and obviously superstar Calais Campbell, but he's going to regress really hard after this season, most likely. You know, Jerome Breaker, Chubb, Jones, Howard. Young Koho over here, 76 overall, however you pronounce his name. That felt weird. At cornerback, not bad. Just a lot of these guys are old and they're going to start to regress, so I'm not sure how long the Dolphins are going to be relevant in this simulation here. It'll depend on how quickly this offense can develop and how quickly they can recoup on defense here. And we're going to have another super team here in the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, look at that. An 85 offense and 79 defense to make an 82 overall team. This offense is scary. Superstar X Factor tight end Kyle Pitts, Superstar X Factor wide receiver Justin Jefferson 99 club, and Superstar X Factor running back Christian McCaffrey. And I mean, even the depth here, they've got a decent offensive line with a hidden dev right guard, looks like. Jawan as backup tight end, that's a really good 1-2 punch at tight end. And then wide receivers, I mean, wide receiver 2 is 86 overall superstar Chris Godwin, and wide receiver 3 is 84 overall star Garrett Wilson, who's going to develop very quickly. Plus Ezekiel Elliott, Sean Perrine here at backup running back. This is a scary team. They have one of the better fullbacks in the league. This is a scary offense. Defense, though, it's a good thing they have a scary offense because they're going to get scored on a lot. They've got Zaven Collins in the middle, 76 overall star. And Adrian Amos, 84 overall star, strong safety. And that's about it. I mean, Armstead's okay, but this defense is bad. We'll see what the defense kind of allows, how far this defense allows this team to go. The offense is going to have its work cut out for it, but it's definitely built to score a lot of points, so we'll see. All right, the New York Jets. They are 81 offense, 83 defense to make it 81 overall. Obviously, what jumps off the page right away is 96 overall superstar X Factor Stephon Diggs, 88 overall superstar Dak Prescott at quarterback. Breece Hall at running back. Good offensive line with Mekhi Becton at right tackle. Conklin at tight end, not bad. Wide receivers outside of Diggs, not the greatest. Gallup's okay. I don't know. Offense, Dak Prescott is very, very good in simulation Madden, so I actually think between Prescott and Diggs, this offense is going to do pretty well. Defensively, nothing too crazy, but obviously 93 overall superstar Sauce Gardner and 93 overall superstar Quinn Williams. They're going to be the anchors of this defense because they don't really have much else going on outside of them. Carl Lawson's okay. Mosley's not bad. That's a good middle linebacker, but everything else about this defense is iffy. So it's going to be up to Williams and Gardner here to kind of hold it down. And then Prescott and Diggs to score points on the offense. I mean, Breece Hall's good, and he'll progress well. So we'll see. We'll see how this team does in the simulation. This is a good one to keep an eye on. And to finish out the AFC East, we have the New England Patriots. They are an 81 offense, 85 defense to make an 82 overall. Nothing crazy on offense. I mean, Najee Harris, 83 overall superstar at running back, is a good place to be. But, you know, Myers is okay. Devontae Parker's going to regress. Freiermuth at tight end is good, 85 overall star. Decent offensive line. But at quarterback, Tyrod Taylor, Bailey Zapp, and Aiden O'Connell, yeah. Really looks like this team is just going to dump it off to Najee Harris or check down to Freiermuth pretty much every play. We'll see. Over on defense, though, superstar 90 overall Marshawn Lattimore, hidden depth Devin Witherspoon, Jalen Jones, Kyle Duggar, hidden depth BJ Ujulari, hidden depth Jalen Carter, 89 overall superstar Judon, Star Peppers. Like, this defense is pretty scary, and Jalen Carter and Devin Witherspoon are going to make it even scarier as they progress, and maybe even Ujulari if he progresses well. Lattimore's got another couple good seasons. Judon's going to start to regress pretty much immediately, I think. How old is Judon, actually? 31. Yeah, he's going to start to regress immediately. But still, the defense is going to be able to keep them in games, but I don't think the offense is going to do its job to, capitalize on that. All right, into the AFC South now with the Indianapolis Colts, another one of the better teams in the league. They are an 84 offense, 85 defense to make an 84 overall team. Obviously, 94 overall superstar X Factor Jamar Chase jumps out immediately. And, I mean, wide receiver too, 88 overall superstar Mike Williams. That's a good 1-2 punch there. CJ Stroud at quarterback, hidden dev. Javonte Williams at running back. 85 overall star is a good place to be. Offensive line is good, obviously with a 92 overall superstar left guard. Not bad at all. Tight end leaves something to be desired, but Irv Smith should progress decently. Over on defense, wow. A pair of superstar X Factors and 91 overall Joey Bosa. And 86 overall DeForest Buckner. A pair of superstar safeties with 92 overall Kevin Byard and 90 overall Jordan Poyer. Poyer's going to regress, though. I mean, outside of that, nothing else is really jumping out too crazy. I mean, Pay's good. Kenny Moore's good. Okereke at Middle linebacker's good. He's going to progress well. So there's going to be some regression on this defense and some progression on this defense. We'll see how it evens out over the course of a couple of seasons. But I mean, damn, that defense is definitely going to do its job. And then it's, you know, if CJ Stroud can progress well, he's got Jamar Chase and Mike Williams to throw to. He's going to score points. Okay, another middling team here with the Tennessee Titans. They are 73 offense and an 80 defense to make a 76 overall team. Yeah, I mean, Skaranci at left guard, I mean, that's good. Hidden Dev, he's going to be very good, but, I mean, this offense is hurting. Drake London, 80 overall star, wide receiver. They do have Treylon Burks, also another star wide receiver, and Jaden Reed, Hidden Dev. You know, the wide receivers are going to progress well, actually. It's just a quarterback with Heineke, Minshew, and Dobbs, you know, who's going to be throwing them the ball. Star tight end, only 71 overall, quote unquote. You know, it's kind of iffy on offense here. Over on defense, they do have a pair of superstars, 89 overall Simmons and 85 overall Mack, who are both going to start to regress, though. They do have Hidden Dev, Jack Campbell in the middle. Secondary is not bad. Bunch of stars, some kind of young guys, some kind of old guys. Some are going to regress, some are going to progress, but we'll see. I mean, this team's got a good amount of draft picks. Kind of going to come down to that. I don't think they're going to do much in the simulation, at least the first year. All right, on to TJ's Jaguars now. 79 offense, 81 defense for a 79 overall team. Obviously, what jumps out immediately is 95 overall superstar X Factor Josh Jacobs. Superstars Trevor Lawrence and Sheriff at right guard and a Hidden Dev right tackle. Wide receivers are iffy. I mean, Calvin Ridley's good. Hidden Dev Rishi Rice could be very good if he progresses well, which with Trevor Lawrence throwing him the ball, he probably will. You know, Higbee at tight end, MVS at wide receiver 2. Nothing too crazy, but I mean the combo of Trevor Lawrence and Josh Jacobs is gonna be good. And maybe even Trevor Lawrence, Rishi Rice. Over on the defense, obviously what jumps out immediately is 95 overall superstar X Factor Derwin James at strong safety. 87 overall Cam Jordan off the left end here, but he's going to start to regress. Pair of Hidden Devs and Tyree Wilson and Keon White. Keon White's a low overall, though. You know, nothing else too crazy. Alex Highsmith at outside linebacker is really good. They do have another star end here behind Cam Jordan. Should probably move him to right end, but that's up to the computer. So yeah, I mean, Derwin James is going to get his, I'm sure, but there's not much else here to stop people from scoring, so it's going to come down to can Lawrence, Jacobs, and Ridley and Rice here just, you know, score a ton of points. All right, and to finish out the AFC South here, we have our tanking superstar, the Texans. 75 overall offense, 75 overall across the board here. It's bad. That's real bad. I mean, you can see it. There's nothing that jumps out here on offense except for maybe Corey Davis. You know, everything's bad. Good offensive line, but, you know, for what? For what? Over on defense, a little bit better, but still not great. They do have Andre Sisco at free safety, who's very good. Johnson, you know, good. They do have Hidden Dev Brents. You know, Barr and Davenport. Everybody else is just, you know, some guys. But, you know, they're not trying to win this year, and that's good because they're not gonna. But they do have a lot of picks, so we'll see what this team looks like after the draft next year. All right, into our final division, the AFC West. We'll start with the Raiders. 77 offense, 79 defense for a 77 overall team. Nothing too crazy jumping out on the offense. They do have Garoppolo and AR at quarterback. I wonder if the sim is just going to trot Garoppolo out there, or if they'll start Richardson. You know, Algier at running back with Dobbins and Hidden Dev Charbonnet. Not bad. Hollywood Brown at wide receiver. Zay Flowers, hidden dev, Sutton. I mean, the offense is good. It's just, can Garoppolo do anything with it? Or will the sim, will they end up starting Richardson? They do have hidden dev Schoonmaker at tight end, but he's a really low overall, and the offensive line leaves something to be desired except for a left tackle. Over on defense, a lot of hidden devs. They got Brian Branch and Martin at safeties, both hidden devs. Will McDonald at right end, hidden dev. We got J.C. Horn and Nate Hobbs at cornerback, both very good stars. 88 overall superstar Rashawn Gary at outside linebacker, and Josh Allen on the other linebacker spot at 85 overall star. Good place to be. This leaves some stuff to be desired. Campbell's going to start to regress pretty quickly. Really going to come down to how the rookies and like some of these younger star players progress. But I think this defense will be pretty decent. It's just, can these two do anything on offense? Alright, on to another tanking superhero, the Los Angeles Chargers. 77 offense and a 69 defense for a 73 overall team. Wow, that defense is bad. Offense, highlighted by 87 overall superstar Justin Herbert, and they do have 79 overall star Jameson Williams at wide receiver. Can't simulate the suspension, so he's there. Mechie, hidden depth Sam Laporta at tight end, decent offensive line. Not much to speak of at running back, so we'll see what Justin Herbert and Jameson Williams can do essentially. Behind a decent offensive line, they might do okay. Justin Herbert's gonna have his work cut out for him on offense though. Especially when you pair it up with this just atrocious defense. Pretty much the only thing jumping out here is the middle linebacker duo of 74 overall star Kenneth Murray Jr. and 70 overall hidden dev, no picture available, Marte Mapu. Everybody else is pretty much garbage. Yeah. We'll see, I guess, how well these guys progress and how well this team drafts for defense, because they do have a lot of draft picks. But man, this defense is going to give up a lot of points, and I don't think the offense quite has the firepower needed to make up the difference. I think this team's going to lose a lot of games. Alright, another super team in the Denver Broncos. They are an 85 offense, 83 defense from an 84 overall team, and damn, look at this offense, highlighted by 92 overall superstar X Factor Lamar Jackson at quarterback. You got a 86 overall superstar Alvin Kamara at running back with 81 overall hidden dev Bijan Robinson backing him up. 86 overall superstar DJ Moore. Michael Thomas, Brandon Ayuk at wide receiver. Darren Waller at tight end, who's going to regress. So they are going to need a tight end, but decent offensive line with just straight heat here on offense. On defense, you got just an absurd defensive tackle line here with pair of superstar X Factor, Chris Jones, Jonathan Allen. They do have Murphy down here hit dev 2, 70 overall. A lot of stars hidden throughout. Nobody like crazy jumps out. A lot of them are kind of on the older side, so they're going to start to regress, but Greenlaw's very good. Lloyd's very good. Arden Key's not bad. Agba, like this defense, and especially with the defensive tackles in the middle. I wonder if the autopilot and the simulation is smart enough to change this to a 3-4 defense or 4-3 defense, wherever, where they'll be able to have the two defensive tackles in the middle so that they can have Allen and Jones out there more often. We'll see. Like I said, I didn't touch any of that. It's all going to be down to the autopilot to understand what's best for its team. All right, last and certainly not least to close out the AFC West is Kim Cheese Kansas City Chiefs with a 92 overall offense and 84 defense for an 88 overall team. This team is a powerhouse. Obviously, 4 superstar X Factors on offense, 99 club Patrick Mahomes, 89 overall Austin Eckler, 92 overall Terry McLaurin, and 96 overall Mark Andrews. Not to mention one of the better offensive lines in the league, plus 88 overall superstar Jalen Waddle, hidden dev Tank Dell. I mean, Joe Mixon, Isaiah Pacheco, and Rashad Penny all backing up Eckler. You got George Pickens. Like this offense is nasty. And on the defense, another pair of superstar X Factors, and 97 overall Micah Parsons and 94 overall Pat Surtain. I mean, 86 overall superstar Kenny Clark, Trent McDuffie, Desmond King, Nick Bolton and Bobby Wagner in the middle. Like this defense is nasty too. This team is, I mean, if you just normally sim Madden, like the Chiefs win a lot for obvious reasons, and Patrick Mahomes just wins all the MVPs ever, and it's hard to think that this is going to be any different in the WFF simulation with this type of team in the league. I have a feeling that you're looking at the Super Bowl champions, of this league simulation, but we'll see. All right, and that's all I got. I hope you guys enjoyed this look around the league. When next episode here, we're gonna start simulating some shit. We'll simulate through probably maybe to the mid-season. We'll see how I feel. We'll at least go through a handful of games and see who's leading the league and what all the records are and stuff like that. And we'll keep going. Every couple days I'll try and upload an episode. But yeah, until next time.